Hello, I'm Seppi, and I'm the developer of Yoko Redux, Dreams of a Blue Planet. I'm the head of the indie studio, Missing Sentinel Software. Yoko Redux, Dreams of a Blue Planet is a 3D point-and-click adventure game set in a cyberpunk universe. It's been in development for over a year now, and as we come to the conclusion of the game, I want to share the process of development with you. The purpose of my developer log is to show off work that I've done and help document the progress of Yoko Redux. Sometimes this will be a technical devlog focusing on code, progress, and how I solved problems. Other times it will be a design devlog focusing on not how I did things, but why I did things. I want to share my thought process with you. So today, I want to show off my script. Ha ha! You thought I was doing this off the cuff of my sleeve. You'd be wrong. Back to the script. Today I want to show off how I did a really cool visual trick. This is level 6 in development, and here you can see we have the level lit pretty much like the rest of the game, but the lighting isn't complete. So usually a light pass is the last pass I make when hobbling together a new level. So I just want you to keep that in mind. So over here, here we have a solid wall. It's pretty normal, and you can see from the nav mesh, if we kill this and we go over to the scene, you notice from here, the nav mesh is solid. There's no way for Primus to get through this wall. You'll notice I walk into the wall, I just can't get through it, which is exactly what the nav mesh is for. This you've seen before. If you've used Unity3d before, you know that modifying nav meshes on the fly can be a pretty big hassle. Now, let's say we want to remove this wall, and we want something to appear behind it. Up until now, this isn't really a problem. We could easily mark the wall as a nav mesh obstacle. But what happens when we want to have different available nav mesh assets? In this example, we go to the first level, and you'll notice... Come on. Here we go. You'll notice we have a path, which is reasonable. You can click over here and take your walk over to the path and walk back, and it goes around and tries to follow it, right? But if we go back and second path and we go to the second test, you'll notice that the pathway has moved. Like the nav mesh needs to be over here now. And you'll notice in this example, it does work. Skip the cool shader, but the real point is she would be walking over here. So, how did I manage to do that? Let's talk about the trick. Good games are smoke and mirrors. So in this example, the first thing I did was cut out part of the level. And this is sort of the part of the level you'll notice right here. All these upper bits, this lower bits, the staircase here, and this wall over here. And I'm calling this the frame. In the frame I have the surfaces that the nav meshes can be generated on, but you'll also notice it has a camera attached to it. But, like when we go back, you'll realize we'll need a second nav mesh for the second frame, right? So we have the content here, and it's chunked out, so we just have the wall. Now, if we go over to the test room, you realize the trick is right here, right? This prefab exists right here, and that's the frame, and the picture of the frame is what I'm calling it, is the content inside of here. And because I have this in a separate area, 30 units above and 30 units below, all of a sudden I can generate static nav meshes that don't need to be modified. So then I have a script which runs off of the smprop ATM right now, and this script allows me to run some other stuff here. L6 room swap. This allows me to write variables, and then from that I can use those variables to find the current room, the next room, set the camera, determine the delta or the difference between where the character is and where it should be depending on the frames, initialize the new position, and update the current room, which gives us this fantastic feeling of the rooms feeling like they just suddenly switch. And all of the nav meshes work appropriately. And voila, the illusion is complete. It looks like the character is not moved and the frame has not changed, yet the content of the pictures are not only different, but they have different nav meshes. This is, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting. This is my first developer log, so I'll hope you'll forgive me as I get better at this. If you have any comments, questions, or rude gestures, please feel free to leave them in the comments. You can follow me on Twitter @JosephandPat, and you can visit all things Yoko Redux at yokoredux.com, all of which will be in the description. Thank you so very much, and take care now.